Mention, these fatalities have crossed a red line.
The express penalty system is being undermined, and police is advocating for a dedicated magistrate to handle traffic offences expeditiously for custodian sentences.
These fines we give on the road do not change behavior, and therefore would like to have custodial punishments. And we are going to engage judiciary. Actual engagements already started. The moment we get magistrates designated to handle traffic offenses, then we shall deal with those characters that are impossible to change their behavior.
Traffic police intends to reignite breathalyzer usage to handle motorists for drink and drive.
These machines cannot manage or cannot be spread in the whole country and realize an impact. We chose to concentrate in the Kawempe area and along the highways.
For long-term traffic management, the Directorate of Traffic is implementing a universal intelligent monitoring system to track offenders.
These signaled junctions will do their work if the cameras installed there are intelligent, as the way we are moving into this automation.
The report recommended several measures to contain traffic flow and related offences. Among these are infrastructure redesigning, continuous sensitization and technology usage in traffic control. Cayenne Faith, Regan Ahumuza for UBC.
Still in police, the Directorate of Crime Investigations has attributed limited evidence to the existing cases backlog as per the released 2024 crime report. The Deputy Director of Crime Investigations, Beata Chelimo, says that witnesses fear to cooperate with investigation teams, while others connive with suspects in some cases.
In the recently released 2024 crime report by Uganda Police, 43,579 cases are pending, which indicates a backlog on the investigation arm of the Uganda Police. The Crime Investigations Directorate of the Uganda Police attributes this huge backlog to unwillingness of the public to provide evidence.
Witnesses not willing to cooperate with the police. Someone saw, someone heard, but for some reason, they don't want to support the investigations to the end. Now, that affects completion of inquiries and has a huge implication on the court's decision.
The Directorate has expressed complication while investigating on sexual-related cases, especially defilement and rape. Victims are accused of conniving with the suspects, particularly in rural areas where parents negotiate these cases in terms of monetary gains.
Crimes like defilement, crimes like rape. In some communities, defilement appears to be normal. You find a case has been reported not for purposes of prosecution, but for purposes of engaging the family of the boy to either marry the girl or to get some money. Again, we want to appeal to you, our good people, that once a crime has been committed, a case of defilement has a huge implication on the life of that girl child.
The police investigations team has unpacked economic and corruption crimes, which primarily are syndicated through money laundering and embezzlement of government funds.
The figure is 1,082 million. But some other figures. Cases you are referring to, it is not just embezzlement of government funds. In the reporting line, the category means and includes corruption in government, corruption in private sector, and other cases of obtaining by false pretense.
At least cases worth 1.8 trillion shillings were reported for investigations by the Directorate. These include financial cases from the public and private sector.
all funds that are recovered that relate to government go back to government. Sometimes before the case, sometimes after the conclusion of the case. The decision on when to give is given by the Director of Public Prosecutions, who prosecutes these cases. The monies that belong to individuals also go back to the individuals at the end of the investigations.
Through the sub-county policing model, police intend to leverage on proximity and enhanced community policing to expedite investigations and reducing crime rate. The crime report of 2024 indicates crime rate decrease by 4.1% compared to that of 2023. Abdul Nasir Lugwana and Rogers Komagun for UBC.
Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, the president of the National Unity Platform Party, has called on all the party members to rally behind Luyimba's Nalukola in the upcoming Kawempe North by-election.
Our power, NUP, and everywhere.
The event drew a massive crowd of NUP supporters who gathered in solidarity for the crucial by-election. The atmosphere was charged with chants of supporters. Party leaders reaffirmed their commitment to ensuring a NUP victory.
Ekyagala okuyisinzira wano basebo ne bannyabo mbasabe mwenna okutandika n'olwaleero buli omu n'obusobozi bwe mukampinge mu Kawempe mukombinge ennyumba ku nnyumba katale ku katale muntu ku muntu twagala tubawangule buli polling station.
During his address, Robert Kyagulanyi was joined by prominent party members including Chinobe Rashid, Rovans Lwanyaga and Kayabula Eddi Luchamuzi. Michana North aspirant Isaac Tomsange echoed the party president's message, stressing the importance of upholding the legacy of Muhammad Segirinya by winning the seat.
To thank our president, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, the way he's built up our party, the NUP, the way it's structured, the way it's built, the way it's functioning.
The council Nalukola, I don't see anybody who can defeat him. He's well positioned, as you know. So he knows what to do. So I'm thinking that he's the best candidate for that position. And when we look at the process he went through to win the National Unity Platform card, that was really a good indicator so that National Unity Platform as a party is practicing democracy, and that phase has finished. He went through as a winner. So it means that all people who really want, who loves democracy in Uganda, there's no way Councillor Nalukola can lose. He's always the winner, and he's going to win, and he will win Kawempe North constituency.
Chadondo's East MP Mwadanku Nyinji also vowed to fight politically to ensure NUP's success in the election, stating that Councillor Luyimba Nalukola is the right candidate to represent Kawempe North.
The people of Kawempe remain confident, remain solid. Let's stand and vote the umbrella. We're all coming to mobilize you. We must defend the people's decision, not not to be overtaken. We are joining the people of Kawempe in mobilization and reminding them that this is their decision which matter, and we must defend the civilian decisions.
Jamil Sekaja compiled this report for UBC News.
The Muslim World League has distributed essential food items to more than 500 Ugandans and refugees at its headquarters in Old Kampala. The initiative, part of the annual Ramadan food basket program, aims at supporting Muslims during the month of Ramadan.
Speaking at the event, Sheikh Obed Kamlegea urged Muslims to remain united and uphold good conduct throughout Ramadan. The ceremony was attended by Saudi Arabia's ambassador to Uganda, Rashid Mohammed, Ugandan ambassador to Sudan, Sheikh Yahya Semudu, the RCC of Kampala, and other dignitaries.
وتكبروا الله على ما هداكم ولعلكم تشكرون.
Ambassador Rashid Mohammed reaffirmed Saudi Arabia's commitment to assisting Ugandans, emphasizing that such initiatives strengthen ties between the two nations.
And today, we reaffirm this commitment by extending a help hand to Uganda. This assistance reflects our deep respect for the Ugandan people and our desire to strengthen the bond of solidarity between our nations.
Ugandan Ambassador to Sudan, Sheikh Yahya Semudu, expressed gratitude on behalf of the Ugandan government, acknowledging Saudi Arabia's continued support, particularly towards Muslims in Uganda.
Muslim World League for the continuous support which it always gives to our people in terms of charity and the various programs which are always conducted in our country, Uganda, mainly during the month of Ramadan. Commencement of the month of Ramadan, most likely on Saturday. I want to wish you a happy Ramadan and also to be obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to be good and also to be good citizens of this country. Thank you so much.
Muslim World League Director in Uganda, Mohammed Amum, highlighted that the program not only benefits those in Kampala, but also extends nationwide.
And that project is to be distributed to the needy during the month of Ramadan, both citizens and the refugees. And the project will benefit more than 2,000 families in various areas in Uganda. And I would like to extend my sincere thanks to the King Salman Humanitarian Arts and Relief Center for distributing dates to the needy fasting in the coming months of Ramadan.
The distribution, which includes flour, sugar, cooking oil and other essential items, is part of Muslim World League's ongoing effort to assist those in need. The organization plans to extend support across the country throughout the
Makerere University, in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries and the Office of the President, have launched the Agricultural Policy Research Center to address policy gaps in Uganda's agricultural sector.
The Commissioner for Crop Protection, Stephen Byantware, has emphasized the importance of developing policies backed by incredible research data and strategic planning. He was officiating the launch of the Agricultural Policy Research Center, aimed at addressing policy gaps in Uganda's agricultural sector. The Agricultural Policy Research Center is set to become the first of its kind in the country, offering a platform for advanced research and policy analysis to generate empirical evidence that will inform decision-making processes within the sector.
Government is committed to addressing all of these bottlenecks. Our agriculture and environmental policies must be backed by credible research, evidence, data, and strategic planning if we are to unlock the full potential of Uganda's agriculture and food systems. This is where the Agriculture Policy Research Center comes in. The establishment of this center is timely and critical.
We will create a dynamic platform where government agencies, private sector leaders, farmer organizations, and development partners can work together to find solutions to Uganda's agricultural challenges in a strategic way.
Stakeholders have recommended various changes to improve the agriculture sector that include setting land policy to differentiate between land for agriculture and for public infrastructure, among others.
The fact that all good agricultural land is being taken up by real estate, we need a policy which is clear to say so much farmers, you have got a right to farm. So much land is for agriculture. So much land is for roads.
And I think it would be good that we do not allow room to have other kind of platforms forming to address other components of agriculture that are not addressed by the center.
The initiative, launched by Makerere University in partnership with the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries and the Office of the President under the Apex platform, aims to boosting agriculture and policy through data collaboration and impact. Winnie Ainembabazikatire and Kalisha Stephen for UBC.
Rukiga district in the Kigezi region is primarily depending on farming and livestock rearing for its residents' livelihood. Due to this, many parents struggle to raise money for their children's school fees, and those who attempt to do so often face numerous challenges.
The Patriotic League of Uganda has teamed up with Little Miss Uganda to support the pupils of St. Augustine Nursery Primary School with scholastic materials to improve their learning. The coordinator of the Patriotic League of Uganda in the region, Kamsime Gloria, said the support was aimed at curing this link.
Mobilization twaikaha twashanga abana bajyo mu mbeera mbi ishomero n'egitaka mwena abana bajyo mu mbeera mbi batine uniform batine bitabo nanye nko omuntu oli kukunda kugabana n'abantu nasharomba gure uniform abana bunandi abazire bashemererwa abo kugira ngo junior uniform babanza kufuna nkishomereri ntabana babo babire ni baba kidnappinga.
Adhura Angel from Little Miss Uganda explained that they will continue supporting their fellow children to help improve education in the region.
And here we are for my project, the Expo at Kigezi, and I was donating books and other scholastic materials with my fellow queens. The reason as why I decided to donate scholastic materials is due to the condition and for the better education of the children in this area. They were lacking uniforms, some even lack shoes, others lack books, others lack pens. So I decided to give a helping hand where I could.
The head teacher of St. Augustine Nursery and Primary, Harrington Owomugisha, explained some of the challenges facing schools in Kigezi, including lack of school fees, transportation, and professional career guidance.
Scholastic materials za master still nko mu staff room ebitabo textbooks ya master kwegesezamu hamwe ne kalamu zo kushanga abaje mu kucebera mgenu abwe cyaro kuba deeply located ba master bararugahale tibime okurara mwenu barachera balija umwazo bagende.
Meanwhile, Kamsime Gloria, the Patriotic League of Uganda coordinator, and Little Miss Uganda have also distributed food relief items to elderly residents of Kashambia sub-county in Rukiga district.
We've come as Little Miss Uganda. In it, this is how we've ended up here to give back to the community.
Queen ba Little Miss Uganda nibachira kugaba hamere
Residents expressed their gratitude to the Chief of Defense Forces, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, for his support through Kamusime Gloria, Charity Marion Imnat, and Nelson Akatuhirira for UBC News.
Central Buganda Bishop Michael Rubowa held a Thanksgiving service to celebrate 29 years of his service and his life. Ministers Judith Nabakov and Ruth Nankabira graced the event with a 30 million shillings gift from the President to the Bishop.
Kasaka Cathedral in Gomba district was filled to capacity by Christians during a Thanksgiving service for the 29 years of the Central Buganda Bishop, Michael Lubowa. Jennifer Lubowa, the wife to the bishop, was celebrated for the 8 years of service in spreading the gospel. The ceremony was attended by 6 bishops, including George Senabulia, Bishop Jackson Matovu, South Ankole Bishop Nathan Ahimbisibwe, among others, including the retired former Central Buganda Bishop. Ministers Judith Nabakoba and Ruth Nankabirwa were among those who graced the occasion with a 30 million shillings gift to the bishop, thanking him for his dedicated service.
But you can't thank him enough. We join you to thank him. Now take our Simon. No, that the river wait.
As a father, Nebane Romulimu Omunene Bakola. Mu buweereza bwa parish yaffe eno era ne tukwebaza nti weebale nnyo okulembera abantu ba Katonda.
Bishop Lubowa was overjoyed for the outpouring love and thanked the president for always standing in solidarity with the church. Kayen Faith, Lydia Chomukama, for UBC.
President Yoweri Museveni has urged academic institutions to guide students in making informed career choices, emphasizing the importance of selecting science and technology-related subjects. In a speech delivered for him by Vice President Jessica Lupo at the Uganda Education and Career Expo in Mbarara, Museveni stressed the need for students to adapt to a rapidly evolving global economy driven largely by science and technology. He highlighted the growing demand for skilled workers as Uganda advances its industrialization efforts. Museveni noted that the country now has sufficient infrastructure, including electricity and roads, and is prioritizing industrialization to curb excessive imports. He warned that importing goods leads to loss of jobs and economic drain as foreign companies benefit instead of Ugandans. Reflecting on his time at Ntare School, Museveni criticized colonial education's divisive religious-based approach, which hindered the development of a skilled middle class in Uganda. He applauded Ntare School's non-sectarian approach and role in shaping his values.
I want to congratulate Ntare School alongside NADA events for successfully organizing the Uganda Education and Career Expo. I thank you for inviting me to preside as the chief guest at your expo. These Ugandans ended up in petty businesses such as butchery, driving trucks, and generally lagged behind other religious denominations. Therefore, Ntare School was unique because of its non-sectarian stand. This is the correct line that is taught in the Bible. While at Ntare, I was an active member of the Scripture Union, and I still vividly remember the story of the Good Samaritan, where the least likely person ends up being the one who helped someone in need. This is also in line with the NRM. The NRM has rallied Ugandans around their common interests, i.e., peace and security, infrastructure like roads, railway, schools, health centers, wealth and job creation projects, etc. I would like to use this occasion to reiterate my call to the institutions of learning to guide their students to make wise career choices by selecting in science and technology-related subjects. Now that we have enough electricity, good roads, peace, etc., the government is prioritizing industrialization to reduce the hemorrhage caused by the excessive importation of commodities that can be competitively be produced here in Uganda. When we import these items, we donate both money and jobs to foreigners, leaving our own children unemployed. More industries in Uganda means more jobs for the population and taxes to the government to carry out development projects. The students must be equipped to adapt to a rapidly changing global economy, which is mainly driven by science and technology. I once again thank Ntare School for hosting the Career Expo and all the stakeholders that have made it a success. I thank you all.
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo.
Hey, Nkowe High School. Na wana tufunye wo muwanguzi owa MTN Momo. Ye wangu de school fees ezo mwaka mulamba tebereza. Hey, owuliro otya mutima kati.
Banange sanyu byenye nali amochi wago nyanjaga nyangu wamali walonze erinyo.
Esishi?
Njani awangula school fees.
Eza Momo.
Eza Momo.
Ezo mwaka mulamba.
Okumalo mwaka mulamba ndi musanyu.
Oh my goodness.
Banange MTN mwenye yanza ne yanze.
Wanje?
Mwebale nnyo mwebale ddala.
Nkubiriza muzadde munange yonna gy'oli. Wallahi it's a serious school fees for Momo Pay.
Dial *165 *80 hash. Select option 2 for school pay. Select option 1 to pay school fees. Enter the student number and amount and approve the transaction. You will now enter the draw to win school fees for your child for a whole year.
Looking for instant excitement? The Uganda National Lottery Spin for Cash game is now available online. Wherever you are, you can join the excitement for just 500, 1,000 and 2,000 Uganda shillings. Don't miss out. Register now on www.nationallottery.go.ug for a chance to win your share of 2 billion instantly. What are you waiting for? Play Spin for Cash now, anytime, anywhere. Ituba is the proud operator of the Uganda National Lottery.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Uganda National Lottery is operated by Ituba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
Government of Uganda presents Post Buses in Uganda, operated by Posta Uganda. We specialize in professional transport, courier and vehicle hire services across Uganda. Our routes include Kampala Masaka Mbarara Kabale Chisoro, Kampala Mukono Jinja Mbale via Tirinyi Road Soroti Lira, and Kampala Luwero Kamudini Gulu Kitgum. Our main offices are located at the Post Office Head Office on Kampala Road, with booking services available at counters 23 and 24 at the General Post Office. You can also book at designated district post offices along our routes. For inquiries or bookings, please contact us on 0751 684 184. Posta Uganda. We deliver trust.
UBC News tonight. Welcome back from the break. The judiciary, in collaboration with the United Nations Women and Austrian Development Corporation, has launched the Judiciary Timeshare Fast-Track Mechanism for gender-based violence cases. This initiative aims at strengthening the criminal justice response to gender-based violence in Uganda, with the ultimate goal to achieve sustainable equality and development.
Dr. Katia, the ambassador of Austria to Uganda, stated that this project not only strengthens the criminal justice response, but also amplifies the voices of women and girls. She urged judges to make the courts more accessible to everyone, ensuring that people can seek justice and gain knowledge about gender-based violence.
These principles ensure that everyone involved, from law enforcement and the judiciary to civil society and development partners, are working towards the same goal, providing timely, effective, and equitable justice for all. Each actor must play their part, and we are here today to emphasize our shared responsibility. Ensuring the accessibility of courts and legal institutions is essential to upholding the principle of justice. Courts should be reachable to everyone. And that means in terms of geography, in terms of distance, but also in terms of knowledge.
Dr. Paulina Chiwangu, the UN Women Country Representative, called on law enforcement to prioritize gender-based violence cases and appealed to stakeholders to continue supporting this project in order to achieve sustainable equality and justice in Uganda.
We appeal to all stakeholders present here today to continue handling gender-based violence cases in a gender-sensitive, survivor-centered and trauma-informed approach. To continue providing and prioritising cases on gender-based violence against women and girls, as preventing, mitigating and responding to gender-based violence is a life-saving priority and is essential for the well-being of women and girls.
Honorable Flavian Zeija, the principal judge, emphasized that gender-based violence is not only a violation of human rights, but also a significant social and economic barrier. He called upon both civilians and law enforcement to raise awareness about gender-based violence cases in Uganda and urged the government to support the judiciary and justice stakeholders to ensure the project's sustainability and development.
The status quo must end and justice must be accessible, swift, and survivor-centered. The time-sharing model was selected due to its ability to promote multi-agency coordination, ability to start immediately at modest cost by utilizing the existing infrastructure in the high court circuits, as well as easy adaptation to context and opportunities for gradual upscaling into other high court circuits. Let it be a reminder that justice is not an abstract ideal. It is the foundation of a fair and equitable society. Let us work together to ensure that no woman or girl in Uganda suffers in silence and that every survivor of violence can step forward knowing that justice is within reach.
Honorable Zeija also highlighted the specific targets of this gender-based violence cases project.
So the project will be pivotal in addressing the structural and cultural barriers to GBV survivors' access to justice through improved disposal of GBV cases by, one, investing in better case trial preparations. This has always been a problem. You find sometimes when you are in the session system, the DPP comes and panicking with files. Maybe she has been late a little bit, and then she meets the victim in court and then tries to interview before court. I think that shows lack of pre-trial preparation. So we think that this model is going to help us on pre-trial preparations because since we will be daily here. Two, enhancement of use of technology during trials. Of course, one of the biggest challenges has been that we come for trials, especially of young victims, and then we subject them to open trials.
Now, a section of politicians across Teso sub-region have contributed 22 million shillings towards the completion of a girls' dormitory at Awalwal Primary School in Soroti District. The fundraising is part of the solutions introduced by Soroti City East Member of Parliament Herbert Ariko to enhance the national resistance movement ideologies in the district.
Some of the politicians across Teso sub-region utilized the function dubbed Welcome Home Herbert Ariko to contribute 22 million shillings towards the improvement of Awalwal Primary School in Gweri County, Soroti District.
It has been a very big challenge to the parents. Parents started it, but they were unable to complete. This initiative will improve the academic performance of the school.
The function was a strategic move by the NRM politicians to end the decade-long reign of opposition in Gweri County, as explained by Herbert Ariko, the MP for Soroti City East.
That we have done our part as city MP, as municipality MP. It's about time that the people of Gweri also benefit from the efforts, from the lobby and the networks of their son.
Ariko reveals how the poverty has increasingly destabilized the community in Gweri County as a result of voting the opposition.
That if you don't sit in the ruling party, then probably no one is going to work hard to ensure that your needs have been factored in the budget. And that is what I would like to correct the narrative about in Gweri, that they should sit in the kitchen, they should sit with the government, they should sit with the decision makers.
Reliable statistics put Soroti District with one of the highest poverty levels in Uganda, with an estimated 53% of the population living on less than $1. MP Ariko has hopes in the recent programs of government like the PDM and Emyoga, among others.
Because indeed Emyoga, indeed PDM are finances that the government gives to the people without the attraction of heavy interest of the money sharks. So as a leader, I know that rather than being in a state where you are opposing government, that you want to find fault each time, mobilize the people, get them to appreciate the necessity and the need.
In attendance were leaders across Teso region, including MPs Ogon Silas of Kumi Municipality, Omoding Emma of Sere County, and Bukoto West MP Muhammad Sentai. Gweri County is also the ancestral home of MP Herbert Ariko.
Kiruhura district residents have been urged to embrace government development programs like PDM, Youth Livelihood Program, Emyoga, among others, in the fight to eradicate poverty in their homes. Ruth Rujoki Mushabe, the Kiruhura district aspirant woman MP, made the call during a mobilization tour where she raised funds to complete St. Emmanuel Church of Uganda, Rempogo, in Kiruhura district.
Over 10 million Uganda shillings was raised towards the completion and rehabilitation of St. Emmanuel Church of Uganda, Rempogo, in Kiruhura district. The function started with a church service led by Tashobia Hannington, who called upon Christians to work hard for the betterment of their families. The guest of honor, Ruth Rujoki Mushabe, the aspirant hopeful for the woman member of parliament for Kiruhura district, advised them to embrace government programs if they want to eradicate poverty. Ruth Ruchoji also emphasized the need to give back to God, which she says is the only way of thanking Him.
Giving is found in the Bible that we refer to as Christians. But secondly, Africans, they always said thank you. And there's a proverb that I already mentioned, that if you do not remember, you cannot be grateful. So it is to remember, it is to tell God that you are grateful.
Rujochi requested all leaders to give a priority to government programs in their sermons. In a related development, Ruchoji also met with market vendors in Rushere town to discuss government-led development programs. Top on the list was the Youth Livelihood Program and Emyoga Program, all aimed at empowering the youth economically. The vendors raised issues of power blackouts that have affected economic growth of the region, requesting for the intervention of the president.
In a significant cultural event, the Okaruok Bako clan has enthroned their 6th clan chief in Agago, but in an unprecedented move. The newly installed leader declined to invite either of Lango's conflicting paramount chiefs to officiate the ceremony. Traditionally, the enthronement is presided over by the paramount chief, but due to the ongoing power struggle between the Lango Cultural Foundation and the Lango Cultural Institution, this was not the case.
May the blessing of Almighty God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit come down upon you.
The enthronement of Major Retired Paul Awich as the 6th Awitong of Okaruok Bako Clan was a momentous occasion marked by rich cultural tradition and deep reflection on the state of leadership in Lango. However, the absence of both paramount chiefs was a striking departure from the norm.
I've written letters to both of them. I told them, since the main suit is still away, please, kindly, I'm not inviting any of you. So I am clear, there's nothing conspiratorial. I have told them, please, both of you wait.
The Lango region remains divided into 2 fractions, the Lango Cultural Foundation and the Lango Cultural Institution, each claiming legitimacy, authority under the separate paramount chiefs. This division has lasted for over a decade, creating tensions that extended beyond cultural leadership and into governance and resource control.
And you know who is funding the fire? The lawyers, and they are paid. So get this scenario. And we tongue this side, they are the firewood. And we tongue this side of Voodoo, they are the firewood. And the lawyers are busy funding us. We should stop that. If we remove ourselves as firewood, that fire will stop.
The church has also weighed in on the matter, urging the newly enthroned leader to use his position to address cultural decline and provide support to widows and orphans who have suffered due to the ongoing disputes.
You are coming at a time where there is cultural decline. Take waro tika dokwene, Jim. There is cultural decline. We hope watik again nit binuni machala witonga nyen biko nyawa mero chotek waro matika to.
Paula, which a lawyer by profession and the current director of external affairs in the ruling NRM party, will serve as the clan leader for the next 5 years until the next election. His enthronement adds him to the ranks of the 175 clan chiefs in Lango, a position of influence that comes with great expectations.
We have seen him with the effort that he has been putting on. He's going to encourage the young ones, because this sample that he has put physically is going to make our clan members who are very young to cope up in lines of education.
The exclusion of both paramount chiefs from the ceremony underscores the deep-seated divisions within Lango's leadership. Major Retired Paul Awich, now at the helm of the Okaruok Bako clan, the focus shifts to whether he can unite his people and foster economic growth amidst ongoing tensions. Eddie Ulwa, UBC News.
From Lango, we'll take a short break. On return, we'll have business news tonight.
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo.
Nkowe high school nawana tufunye wo muwanguzi owa MTN momo ye wangu de school fees ezo mwaka mulamba tebereza owulira otya mutima kati
banange sanyu byenyina lya mochi wagonya njaganyangu wamali walonze erinyo
esisi
njani awangula school fees
eza momo ezo mwaka
mulamba ndi musanyu.
Oh my goodness.
Banange MTN mwene yanza
wanji
mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala
kubiriza muzadde munange yonna gy'oli wallahi satulya school fees ku momo pay.
Dial *165 *80 hash. Select option 2 for school pay. Select option 1 to pay school fees. Enter the student number and amount and approve the transaction. You will now enter the draw to win school fees for your child for a whole year.
According to the Uganda Bureau of Statistics Census Report of 2016, in Uganda, 12.4% of the population, about 4.5 million, live with a disability. Limited access to ICT and assistive technologies increases digital disparities, prompting UCOSAF's aim to promote digital inclusiveness for persons with disabilities. The ICT for People with Disability program aims to improve the accessibility of education and technology for persons with disabilities and promote their full and effective participation in society. UCOSAF is implementing this program through the creation and maintenance of an online observatory for persons with disabilities intended to link persons with disabilities with service providers and different programs that empower them, and provision of adaptive tools that enhance their quality of life through ICTs and digital skilling.
Business news tonight. The World Bank has released its 24th edition of the Uganda Economic Update. This year's report focuses on investment in early childhood development for a transformed human capital. At the report dissemination in Kampala, the World Bank's Regional Director, Kemiao Fan, urged government to leverage on the country's demographic dividend to foster rapid social and economic development.
Government and other relevant stakeholders aligned to childhood development are urged to strategically invest for a resilient economy. Through investing in early childhood development, Uganda will harness the potential of its growing population and capitalize on its demographic dividend.
These priorities include expanding access to affordable child care and primary health care services in underserved areas in particular, scaling up successful parenting and violence prevention programs, and financing 1 year of pre-primary education.
I think efficiency gains in capital utilization could generate quite significant growth. In fact, our estimates suggest that between 0.2 to 0.5 percentage points of GDP growth annually can be generated with more efficient spending on capital.
Analysts concur that leveraging on the nation's youthful population, one of the youngest in the world, is crucial in achieving its social and economic goals. They also warn of dire consequences if the country takes for granted the element of human capital development.
Indeed, the report gives us an inkling into what we should have done before. It has now come out. The question is, what can we do for this generation which is in this bracket, and then what do you do for the generation which has left that bracket? Because we have to invest in our human resource. Apart from having minerals and fertile land and rainfall, the one major, or if not the most important resource a country can have is its human resource.
When we say, can we increase allocations to early childhood, where is the money? We need to answer that question first. I hear conversations with domestic resource mobilization, but when the pond is dry, it doesn't matter how well skilled you are in fishing.
Henry Musasizi, the Minister of State for Finance and Economic Development, confirmed that government is prioritizing investment and improved efficiencies in the education sector. He mentioned that the budget allocation for nutrition linked to child development grew by 75% in the 2024-25 fiscal year.
To Uganda shillings 9.19 billion compared to Uganda shillings 5.25 billion in financial year 2023-24. In addition, government is working to increase access to early childhood education, improve the quality of early learning environments, and ensure that children receive the care and support they need during their most critical years.
Economic scholars call for proper national budgeting and fiscal consolidation to manage public debts that tend to limit allocation of funds to areas like early childhood development. Mario Nawori, UBC.
Uganda Registration Services Bureau is carrying out a 5-day training designed to equip business owners with practical skills that promote sustainability and growth of their enterprises.
The Rescue and Aftercare program is a specialized training for entrepreneurs and business owners under the framework of corporate rescue.
This is a training aimed at giving business people the skills they need to navigate through the hardships of business. As you all know, businesses start, thrive, and sometimes they may collapse because of the strains of businesses. But also there are those that survive the strains and leave a legacy. So here we are focusing on those businesses that may have strains with an intention of making sure they don't become insolvent.
It equips participants with knowledge and skills to navigate financial challenges, enabling recovery and business sustainability.
So it starts with formalization. Are you registered? Are you compliant? And then when you are finally compliant and registered, the next point would be, can you access finances? And finances, again, like I have said earlier, it's not about billions of money. It's about that minimum capital that can start you going. Then you grow. Business must grow. When you start business at the middle stage, if you miss the earlier stages, definitely you'll be a victim of circumstances. So businesses must grow.
According to URSB, their goal is to see businesses thrive and overcome hardships.
We are also saying that why can't we immunize businesses and they don't collapse at all? Collapsing of a business is now a choice. There are now interventions of making sure that you don't collapse. And collapsing is basically about failing to know what to do. But here we are saying you are going to be able to know what to do and then avoid collapsing as a business.
I have a registered business, and I'm in that journey of registering a company, and I always hear people talking about shares, and there are always issues on that. So when I came for this, I have that there's something that I have in mind, that when I register a company, at least I will have gotten some knowledge of people who are supposed, like the shareholders who are supposed to be in my company.
High business mortality in Uganda is often attributed to limited market research, inadequate entrepreneurial skills, and lack of formal business registration, all of which significantly impact small and medium enterprises in the country. Maureen Nahawe Rubagumya, Mike Bakabulinde, UBC News.
The 2024 Premier Bet National League has come to a fitting climax at Nobview Hotel in Dinda.
After 14 rounds of top-notch chess action, the 2024 Premier Bet National Chess League has climaxed with the final round hosted at Nobview Hotel in Ntinda. The league was of 57 teams and more than 700 players that competed in the three genres of Classical, Rapid and Blitz. In the match acclaimed Classical and using the Swiss format, Kireka ably defended its crown after a final day 3-all draw against Makere Chess Club.
What has enabled us to defend this title? It's because of the team chemistry that we are having. We have a good number of strong players, and then also we understand each other, and then we are making sure we are winning each game we play.
Kireka A that has players like Emmanuel Egesa, David Muwanguzi, Alvin Mohiru and Penina Nakabo played 14, won 12 and drew 2 of its games.
So I'm really happy that even this time we have won it. I'm excited to be part of this team. Especially the reason why we keep winning is because we have great teamwork. We strategize when we are playing strong opponents. We field that strong players.
For this success, Kireka HS Club received more than the trophy and money, as Uganda Chess Federation aims at making the sport exemplary, with tangible and lasting prizes like the titled piece of land valued at more than 10 million Uganda shillings.
We also talk about the aspect of professionalism. Associations are the ones left to run amateur sport, but as Uganda Chess Federation, federations are required to, 1, run chess as professional, and 2, have a national character with a 75% coverage of the nation. So when the act was ascended to by the president, it meant that chess became one of the top sports that are compliant in the country, allowing others to only follow and learn from Uganda Chess Federation.
Mulago Kings finished second, Soroti Chess Club was third, Gambit Chess Club fourth, while a Ginger Knights Chess Club finished in 5th position. In the 2024 Premier Bet National Chess League Rapid category, Mulago Kings triumphed and was followed by Soroti Club and Kireka A. One thing that makes Uganda Chess Federation's league unique is that all clubs in the Classical category receive a cash prize, while the top 5 in Rapid and Blitz also take home something that the sponsors plan to increase.
Experience yaffe nabo tebadde mbi tubadde tuwongeramu ssente buli mwaka kubanga omukulembeze wa Uganda Chess Federation ajja n'atugamba nti munnaye ennamba zeeyongedde buli mwaka ennamba zeeyongera kiba kitegeeza n'obuvujjirizi bulina okweyongera so mu nsonga eyo tugamba nedda katwongeremu ssente so buli mwaka olwandata proposal nga kuliko ekyeyongeddeko nabyo tugamba katutambule naye.
The top 5 clubs in the Blitz category were Soroti Chess Club, Gambit Chess Club, Mulago Kings, Kireka A and Kireka Panthers. The 2024 National Chess League had top players including FIDE Masters Harold Wanyama and Walter Okas, plus candidate masters Emmanuel Egesa and Farouk Fauza Karim. Woman candidate master Sana Omprakash on board 3, Patricia Kauma on board 6 and woman FIDE master Penina Nakabo were among the ladies that showed class.
That is all we had for you tonight. Thank you so much for watching news and UBC TV in general. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa with Elizabeth Nakakon and the whole team. Wish you the best of the night. Bye-bye.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
International Women's Day is celebrated annually on 8th March. It is a time to reflect on progress made, to call for change and to celebrate acts of courage and determination play by women. On Saturday,